Oh jeez, Rio, shall we come over here with another episode of Raincoat, where we're gonna go ahead and get out of this table. Out of this table. There we go. Okay, look at the door. Because essentially, you said 10-meter range, and the first thing I think of is, yeah, okay, we can look here. Look there. The seat, yeah.
That's...
Yes.
The chair's knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and the culprit?
Possibly.
I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation.
Or it was a drunk person who just stumbled everywhere.
Not much we can get from it, other than the fact that it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere.
Right. I gotta turn up that voice, actually. Let me go ahead and go down here real quick.
The lock is broken.
Oh, cool, they're doing it.
Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
Alright. And precognition, right? Nothing else here? I sure look around. Imagine with every handhold it's like another 50 million or something. Alright, then the last area to look at is... This is suspect. The fact this is the only one not working actively is really suspect. Alright, here we are. Post-cognition.
A body. I see a body.
Is it the Al Pacino?
The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent.
Honestly?
There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream.
These feel...
It doesn't seem real.
Maybe it's just portional, and maybe it's just me, but for some reason these nails feel smaller.
There are
They
abnormal
kind
decorations
of do.
all around.
Because
the
there was also that
And
factor, the
it's
fact that
so
it could have been a
quiet.
copycat killer.
Yeah.
The guy that was such a super fan was like, oh, I'm so for sure that it was all the same guy, but it was still open.
No, that's not
That it could have
sealable.
been a
Okay,
copycat killer.
so dolls on the wall, look at that first.
I knew it.
Sure enough, the secret club has dolls nailed to the wall too. You know what? We could have guessed that.
Yeah.
That must be the Nailman's calling card.
They're nailed to the wall, seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. There's nothing that can be connected to the culprit. Let's keep checking someplace else. The vent's still there. Hey,
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on.
oh, okay.
Which means it could be easily removed, right?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
You can't touch what you see in
I was gonna
post-cognition,
say...
even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Even if you happen to be 3 meters tall, which is the other problem. It's so tall, and there's nothing that like leads to getting up there. So it seems really inconvenient. And unless they had some device to
Just
like get them that
unlikely.
high, like you can't bring a ladder in here. Like you
A
can't bring a
step
metal
ladder.
ladder in here. Like
Like a
that would
step,
never work.
just a stool. Hey,
Oh,
just a
I
small
see.
stool.
But I think this will be an important clue.
Don't think so.
I
Oh, maybe.
I don't know how. Like, I get that this isn't technically a way out of here, but it seems so weird and so inaccessible that it doesn't feel like it's like.
It doesn't seem likely.
Yeah.
There
vent
is the
about
factor
40
that
by
we're
30
the way you're looking at it is that that's
An
the
adult could
escape.
probably pass through.
When what if that's the entrance? More so.
Well, no. Okay, I see what you're saying. If there's a different secret door, that's possible. But if there isn't, then this would be presumably the exit,
Then it
because it
makes-
could be the
it
front
doesn't make
door.
sense.
We know it couldn't be the front door because it had to be locked from the inside. Unless...
Okay.
Now that would make sense. Wait, that could be a possibility.
Unless
okay.
they made a copy of the incopyable key
What
somehow.
if they no, not the copy. If they're gonna say it's uncopyable, let's not play into the idea that it is, okay? Let's just let's take them at their word, let's not make fan theories where it's like, technically blank. What I'm thinking, right? You know how there are fortes in this world? Technically someone could work on their forte without having to go through official channels. And what if someone's forte would let them lock a room from outside?
So you're saying that it's just, I thought that it was only detectives that got fortes.
Well,
But,
she said she had from birth. What I'm thinking is, if people can have it, and anyone could have it, right? It doesn't, like, she didn't say she wanted to be a detective.
Maybe it's
She
destiny.
said she
Maybe
got
it's
it from-
destiny. She was just forced into life by
The
what
point
she
is
got.
it's random, so it means that anyone could get it, which means that if you don't go through official channels and don't become a detective, you could use your powers to be devious. Like, what if someone's forte is like,
You could.
like moving something within a 5-meter range that's not accessible to you, like spiritual or like a clairvoyance, right? Like a clairvoyance where like your spirit can go and do something that physically you couldn't do, but your spirit can do, you know? Maybe it was something like that.
That's
but
not
like,
called clairvoyance.
Oh, I don't
That's
know.
not clairvoyance.
Oh,
No. I
okay.
was about to say, I understand what your ability is, and I don't know what the ability is called, but clairvoyance is like a different kind of thing.
Okay. But anyway,
Clairvoyance is
something
more
in that
akin to,
vein where
like,
it's like, what if the real mailman has that forte, but the fake copycat doesn't? Because that would explain why the one at the clock tower would have to use some kind of device to go out the window, but the one here didn't have to go through the window.
We'd have to see the other two. We'd have to see the other two crime scenes
Well,
first.
yes, I
before we
realize
can
that.
make that connection
I
with
know
Steve.
that, but what I'm just putting that out there as I think that's a decent possibility.
As of just like right now, it is in the realm of possibility. Just
Yeah.
until it's not, and
Because
then we can even play the
if
play.
the guy, if the last one was a copycat, like you were saying, then that would explain why they would have to use the window to escape and not just leave through the door, right? If that's their power, something along.
Right.
Why would they do it the same way in all of them if one's off and the rest are look all the same? Okay, yes, event. Alright, body. What do you got, body?
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old. His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails. There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
Really? I mean, I guess it's gravity. That's just a lot of blood. Like, the places where there's a lot of blood seems weird. Like, there's a lot of blood in his knee and his arm, but then his other arm has barely any blood under it. Like, just the amount of blood coming out of it is really disconnected.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him. Signs that he was strangled.
So he was also strangled.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
Again, bro.
The most basic of basic.
Well, what do you know?
observations.
There's the exact
No,
question that we
I've
asked
seen
earlier.
first.
I was right.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower.
I never said you were
Such an
wrong.
awesome mentor.
This situation is
I know,
identical
you
to the murder at the
fucking,
clock
you
tower.
like fucking dancing around things.
At no point did I say you were incorrect. I was just saying it was confusing. The pattern, I was confused by it.
The culprit first
Alright.
strangled the victim to death
And I'm
and then decorated the room.
not good at
afterward.
describing my thoughts either. I'll give you that.
But
But goddamn, you're a master of like fucking dancing around the subject.
Well, yeah, of course. It's called talking constantly.
It's called talking out your ass. Yeah.
Well, my family is known for arguing very well for long periods of time, so it kind of fits.
There's a
By the
time
way,
just consistently
Did you
arguing.
notice the nail?
Honestly,
below the
fair.
vent?
I feel like that's a lot of families.
You mean the red nails nails, because I do admit that was kind of noticeable. What could this
But
be?
no, I can't even see it. No.
Okay. Okay, I could probably send you a screenshot. I'll do that real quick. And see if that helps. Like, I'm looking at this.
It's like, can you just point out where the nail is? I don't see it. Like,
It's right under the doll. Like, on the stream it shows my mouse right here, here, and here.
like right next to the 3 blood stains?
No, right here. You see my mouse on the stream?
Right, yeah, I see it.
There and there. Those are all nails. None of those are blood.
It looks like there's slight little black dots. I thought the black dots next to the red were nails, and there's blood
Here,
stains
I'll
next
send
to
a
them.
picture
But
of that.
no,
I'll send a
okay.
picture real quick to see if that's
Right.
better. It's through
The quality
it's
does
through
kind of go
recording
down
room.
through Discord. Right. We
Alright, but
stream
anyway,
games
I didn't
to each
notice
other,
this,
obviously,
but and the way,
so it
like,
don't work.
back at the clock tower, they were symmetrical, so it was like, it seemed like it was an obvious escape, but like, what do you put on these nails? Like they're so oddly placed, like, maybe you climb on them, I guess? I guess that would be what you have to do. You put one foot on one nail. Wow, they have to be very light. That's the only explanation I can think for this. If they're standing on these nails, right, this is how they escape. They have to be very light. That might explain why they have to strangle people. Because what if they're not tall enough to win in an actual fight? That might be the scenario of why they have to strangle people. Because, like, I didn't think about that. I was like, why do you choose strangling? But it's one of the easiest methods to do because it doesn't matter what size you are. If you have at least the brute, like, it just requires strength. It doesn't require you to actually win in the fight.
It requires more technique. Like, if you have the right technique and strength, then yeah, you absolutely, like, that is probably one of the better ways to do it. Then yeah, I see what you're saying.
The fact that all these nails are bent downwards makes me think that someone walked on them. Like, they used them as, like, climbing steps up to the vent. And if that's the case, they have to be really light. Like, they have to be, unless they're, and even if they're doing quick, they have to, somehow, they were able to get up to the vent. Like, that's impressive no matter how you slice it.
Below the vent?
Oh, here's a better picture. they just did a close-up. Yeah, the nails on the vent.
I see. That is
Huh,
much.
some of the nails are bent
That's much
downward.
better.
Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
No, I think someone stepped
Or
on
they're-
them.
Perhaps there's another reason.
Yeah,
Another reason?
leverage.
Yeah, they climb up. So I guess the
I
vent
think that's
is
about
the
it.
escape. So they climb over the body, onto nails, into the vent. Like, they have
This
to...
person must be like 100. They must be
have-
fucking. They must be petite as shit. They must have like no.
This is
They
a
must be
lolly
all
kid.
skeleton,
Wait a
no
second.
button down.
Wait a second. We're saying this is a lolly character. Does that mean the kid is actually a decent suspect?
Oh my god, it is the fucking kid. Oh my, that'd be the funniest
Oh
fucking
my
thing.
god, that would be hilarious if we find out it's the kid this entire time. We're like,
It would.
did we make a joke about
There
that?
isn't
We're
much
like,
else to
what are
investigate.
you
fucking we dogged on the kid for like 2 or 3 episodes saying it sounds like it's him.
I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my post-cognition.
Yeah,
It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
I'd imagine.
I'm
Really?
sure.
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
Well, even then, like
I
if
can
someone's asking
understand
for
that.
specific details, they might not be asking for the right question. Like, they might be asking you the same question when they're digging
I
for
think
a
it's
different
more of a
answer.
people don't like the truth kind of thing. Yeah, if you're looking for an answer, before you ask the question, then you're coming into it with the wrong mindset.
Well, no, not that. No, that's not what I was saying. I meant, like, it's basically you're asking the question of one thing, but you need to ask a question for a different thing. It's bad wording, and it's very common for people to do it, you know? When it comes to, like, especially
Right.
if you're asking about something you're
I
not
feel like
used
it
to,
is right.
if you're asking
I don't
the
think
wrong
that's like her what she's trying to
if
say
you want
though.
answer A, but you're asking question B, you know, you're not gonna get the answer you're trying to get because you're not asking the right question.
I feel like it is more of a people don't like what they hear or don't like the truth. I feel like that's more of what she's saying now, though, is what she's saying.
I think people are just very skeptical and it's hard to take people at their word.
I mean, I believe that's also what she's saying, but I believe what she's saying because it's like she was called a liar because like that line right there tells me like she probably sees it as like she's probably annoyed with the fact that people don't like the truth sometimes. It suggests that she's told them something that they didn't like and they suggested she was lying. The way she specified that, it felt slightly different than the previous statement, which is what you said.
I don't know. I think saying lying could have just been the fact that because people are like, because I get what you're saying, and it could be coming
She
from
did
bad
say
history.
that she did say that people were like they didn't like it or like they often didn't believe her, which is what you said. But then she like doubled down and said that they often called her a liar, which the doubling down shows like it probably has a different meaning since it's the same sentence. To double down and say it in a different way would be more likely to. People do not believe what they cannot see, which is like often saying like people do not like often believe. It's what you said,
Yeah.
but then I've also often been called a liar. To me, the fact that those are together makes it feel more of like it's both statements being said. I feel like it's.
They take her. You know the whole like the idea of speaking to the dead. They think she's a charlatan. That's what I'm saying. I think that people are like, oh, I'm sure this is just your ploy. You're just saying a lot of info that you Googled. You know, like basically they're calling her a fraud.
That could also be.
Is what I'm thinking.
That could also be it.
I don't think it's like unless if she says something later on and keeps bringing it up, then
That's
obviously.
like.
But right now, I think it's more just a case of saying, oh, people see her as a charlatan because it's hard. It's like if someone just came across you and was like, oh, I can help you figure out this murder. Let me just look into the crime scene and I can tell you everything about it. You know, like especially if it was like months afterward.
I can see that.
Deceit could obviously come into play where it's like, oh yes, I could totally help you come to peace with the crime scene. Oh yes, you know, like it's easy to see a malevolent force coming to try to swoop in to take the crash cab.
Like what is it? Fucking honestly, just most psychics are not, and just like people who talk to the dead, they're coming in to like fix the problem afterwards. But it depends on like how she describes that. If it is more of a like people don't like what she's saying, or if it's people don't like believe in her thing.
That's why the whole thing calling her a liar, I don't think it's direct. Like it's only been brought up once, and the whole thing of
we just don't have enough information on her to know like which it is yet.
Yeah.
Because we don't know if like fortes are just like not known about in this world or something. Or if it's something that is kind of known about, but people
The building we're heading to is access to the Gima district.
Still believe that it's being taken advantage of or something. Because I think both are true. I think what you're saying is right, but I think both can be true.
I mean, yeah, technically, I mean, it is called life. You know, she could have experienced both scenarios, but I think yours is digging too far for too little. For too little given.
Maybe this time, yeah. But if it does keep on, then we'll just see how it goes.
It all depends. You're like digging like 14 meters down when we were only paid to go like 4. You know, you kind of ran.
Like,
I'm digging up with a story. That's all.
I'm imagining the pool before it's been built.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Like I'm putting like I my brain focused on something way further down the line that has little to go off of. Because I'll go off of like little things and then try and like take them to their every extreme possible. That's how my brain works. I think about everything.
Just like earlier when you were calling the people who nailed dolls murderers, and I said no.
Okay, no, that I'm just fucking right on. That
They're not. They're responsible, but they're not murderers. They didn't pull the trigger. Get it right, or else I'll keep bringing up this argument with you. Like, we've had this argument twice now, and you can't disprove me. Every time I bring it up, you agree with me by the end.
That is not true. I often just shut up because I don't want to continue.
Well, then why do you keep making a fuss whenever I bring it up? Because then you just shut up.
Because it annoys me. Because I don't like shutting up about it. Because I'm just not good at speaking, so I have to shut up about it.
Huh? That person.
Say, what's wrong, Master?
Doesn't she seem a bit uneasy? Like she might fall over at any moment? Does she have narcolepsy or something?
This one. You really can't help yourself when it comes to ladies, can you?
Isn't like that. I guess. It's a side quest, sure. Excuse me, is something wrong? You seem upset.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm
kind of a detective.
In training?
A detective? I see.
Well,
So is something wrong?
Well, actually, I've run away from home. And I'm at a loss about what to do next.
Get a job.
Let's solve this thing. This smells like a case. Let's hear her out, Master.
yeah.
Yeah, you might be right. I should avoid getting involved, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I left it alone. I think you need sleep, my guy.
Well,
Could you give me some more details?
Well,
Some people just have the need to help.
I'm
And
a
the
daughter
idea
of
of
a
not
merchant
helping
who
hurts
does
them more.
business throughout Kanai Ward. Due to the family
Okay.
circumstances, it was decided that I would have an arranged marriage. Thinking of what's best for the family, I should accept the proposal. But
You
my
are not
suitor
just a
is an
tool for
awful
your family.
person. I heard it with my own ears. He said he was only using my father.
Huh? Then why not talk to your father about it?
There's nothing I can do without proof. Besides, my father is very keen on him. When I told my father I didn't want to get married, he yelled at me and said I shouldn't cause trouble.
I see.
Family.
So that's why you ran away
Whatever's
from
like that
home.
ain't worth keeping. Fair enough.
Aw, how lame. Let's get out of here.
No.
Fuck off.
We can't do that. Having to marry an evil man sounds terrible.
Having to marry an evil person in general sounds terrible, yeah.
Leaving home has given me some time to think. I want to try talking to my father. But if I went back now, I don't think I could have a civil conversation. I'm terribly sorry to ask, but could you take this letter to my father for me? I'll reward you for your trouble.
Say, does this chick think detectives are errand boys?
I mean, we kind of are.
We've acted as one for a long time now. We've been acting as one, so sure, why
We
not?
can't just leave her like this.
That's my master simping over every woman he meets and making their wishes come true.
It's not like that.
All right.
Okay, I'll help you.
Thank you so much. My father should be in front of Kanai Station around now.
Hey, it'd be a good idea to ask what he looks like, right? The station is busy. It's a busy place after all.
That's true.
What exactly does your father look like?
He should be wearing a suit navy blue from head to toe. It's his favorite.
I see.
I see, thank you. I mean, I get that's his favorite soup, but at the same time, like, did you tell him to come here?
Yeah.
Like, why would he be in front of Connie Station for no reason? You know?
Maybe it's just his. That's just his office is in the middle of the train station.
Yeah. His office is just like as a hobo. That'd be hilarious. Imagine a mobster's just like a hobo.
The richest,
That would be the biggest cover-up ever. It's like you can't
the richest fucking businessman is just the hobo. I mean, that is actually something real rich people do. Is like a lot of the richest people like they'll get like medium income things to seem more human-like. You know,
Yeah.
that is something that rich people do like a lot. Is
That's
just like
prologue.
try to
Where is
not
it?
stand out in any way. Like
That's annoying. Oh, request. That's right.
It's
It's
a
in the
detective's
request.
responsibility to help those in need.
there
Yeah.
are things like Warren Buffett being frugal with coupons. He didn't get that rich because coupons. He got that rich because of
Montclair
exploitation.
Street. Oh, what? No, that's where it came from. That's not where he's at. Okay, hey, deliver the letter to the fire who is waiting at Kane Station. Okay, where's Kane Station? That's a good question.
Don't forget this stuff.
Yeah, it's a map, thank you. It's like area kind of, yeah, okay, it's a map, got it. Kane Station, up here, where I'm not at, yes, travel there, thank you. Okay, fast travel's a thing, thank God. Anyway, but no, while we're here, the people who set out hit is not the killer. The killer is the hitman himself.
We're not going into this
What do you
again.
mean? What do you mean? We got time to spend.
I will. Nope,
No,
I'm
Robert.
going to shut up for the rest of the episode if you go into this.
I don't know how I'm wrong. I really don't get, like, it seems like an obvious, like, plain setup.
It is not obvious. It is. By technicality, no, but by
Where is
definition, like, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going by. I never said
By
it was going-
technicality, not definition.
But the definition is that to kill someone, you have to take their life.
Or be responsible for taking their life.
But they're not. They're the ones who set up the
They
hit.
are
The one-
responsible.
the one who killed them.
It's the action that makes them responsible, dumbass. Like, the fact that you're not connecting that is what drives me fucking up a wall
But
and
the one
like
who
kills
killed
me.
the killer, the one who killed the person is the hitman.
We're yes, and you know what? The hitman doesn't kill anybody unless they're fucking told
Sure
to.
they do. They kill people.
For their job, because they're told
No,
to
they
by
can
someone
kill
else,
people.
which
They
makes
can
the
kill
hitman.
people for
The
besides
hitman
their job.
is not held responsible as much.
They can kill
It
people
is-
besides
they could.
their job.
They
can do it
could,
for vengeance,
but that
or
is
they
not
can just
the
have, or
average.
they
That
can
is.
just be
They
doing
could,
favors
but
for
that's
someone
like the
who didn't
movie.
ask for
Your
it, you
idea
know?
of Hitman is definitely of Hitman is definitely born out of Hollywood, my man. Your idea of a hitman is absolutely you think of like Fast and the Furious or like
No.
GoldenEye for like Hitman or some shit.
I don't.
Or you
I
think
never,
of
I don't
Agent
ever really
47.
watch Fast and Furious, and I don't know what is GoldenEye
I
007? He's not a hitman.
Yeah, James Bond. He's a spy, and he also does kill people.
But he's not a hitman.
I consider that. Fair enough. Well, whatever. My point being, like, not 007, obviously, but like,
Oh, okay.
a
I
lot
was
of
saying-
like
so you're saying-
your
I thought you
idea
said
of a
007
hitman.
was a hitman. I'm like, no,
Your
he's
idea
a
of a
spy.
hitman is just out of media. Was my point. That was my point. Okay, like the idea of like how the whole system works. Like, there's a lot
I
to
mean, I
it.
get that they get paid for killing people. I get that the idea
And
of
I'm
a
not.
hitman.
And I'm not saying. And I'm also saying like, a lot of times it isn't out of like revenge. Like, I feel like that's just a killer then who needs money. There's a difference between a hitman as just a profession and someone who's just a killer.
Who says this guy's a professional hitman? He could be just maybe he just really wants to kill people and doesn't have a real way of choosing people. He just is like, it's the first thing I see, so I'll go after it, you know? Like, what if he's just really lazy about research? And
then he's still getting his targets from another source. Even if he's not getting paid, he's still getting the targets from another source. And that source is the one responsible because they're the ones setting up the situation of which the person would be targeted, which makes that person responsible.
A completely navy blue suit. Could this be the merchant's girl? Goddammit, the merchant girl's father? Is this man with the client's suitor?
I bet he is. He even looks evil. Look at that trench coat. He's gonna flash so many people.
We can't tell just from appearances. Anyway, let's try talking with him. Excuse me.
Huh? Who are you? If you don't mind, we're in the middle of an important conversation.
I have a letter for you from your daughter.
What'd you say? You know my daughter's whereabouts?
Well?
Yes, but would you please read the letter first?
You're not actually listening to this guy, are you, sir? I'll see for myself. This is without a doubt her handwriting. There must be some kind of mistake. I know she's dead, I swear. I mean, what? I would never mistake my daughter's handwriting. I'm afraid that if what's written here is true, this marriage cannot be allowed to continue. What a piece of
bullshit! He's just like, well, shit, I guess
I almost got away with it too. Oh my god, what a this cartoon.
I almost got away with it too.
This is not even. This is just dumb.
He's not even trying to hide it. He sounds like some second-rate cartoon villain.
No point in pretending anymore. The scam's over the moment they start to doubt, yeah. Later, chumps!
Whoa! Hey, wait!
There's no need to follow him. I've already got 14 hitmen on him. Thank you for delivering this letter.
No.
I've already got 2 guys waiting out the back for him.
It was nothing.
I'll try talking to my daughter. Allow me to properly thank you another day.
Yes.
Sure.
For now.
Let's go report to the client. Are we just teleporting to the client? I assume. I guess that's what's happening right now, because we're just loading into a new area. I was gonna end it right there, because I expected us to want us to walk all the way back, but...
And that's what happened.
Alright, here we are, but you know what? It's the end. If you enjoyed this video, do this stuff on the screen. If you have any questions, then come to our Discord server. There's a link in the description and in the about section. Other media and those same 2 places as well as they're associated. On the left, there's a regular show on YouTube, and the right is the series Rain Code in its entirety. And we'll see you next time. Fellow Shades.